Live. I have Cora on here with me. I have Cora. Phoenicia says she can see it. All right, outstanding, outstanding. All right. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and jump right into it then. So, how to grow an audience full of your potential clients. That's how to grow an audience full of your potential clients. That's what we're talking about here today. And this is simple, but it's not easy. People don't find this easy. And I think the reason why they don't find it easy is because nobody ever explained to them how important this is. Anything that's not growing is dying. Let me say that. Anything that's not growing is dying. If your audience is not growing on a daily basis, it's going in the other direction. That is not what we want. We want to constantly grow our audience with the right people on a daily basis. So let's just get that out of the way. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Are you looking to expand your audience with targeted leads and potential clients? I'm pretty sure you are. If you are, give me a yes in the comments. If you are, give me a yes in the comments. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use targeted friend requests to connect with like-minded people, like-minded individuals, and build meaningful relationships that turn into new clients and key collaborations. We are talking about friend requests today. I'm telling you that this is the most overlooked audience builder that you can do. I talk to people, and every time I ask them, most of the people I ask, how many friend requests have you sent to your ideal clients? And they say, well, I'm not, I haven't been doing it, Tony. I haven't been doing it. That is a mistake. That is one of if you are not running ads, your friend request is one of the biggest ways to generate more traffic, more eyeballs on your program. So, my name is Tony Bailey. I'm the founder of the Digital Revenue Accelerator Method and Program. I created this program to help coaches, service providers, and experts make an extra $25K in 90 days or less and improve their revenue without trying to figure it out on their own, having to bang away on social media all day, or have confusion about how to get results fast. It was only after I zoomed out and created a complete A to Z strategy that covers every step required to enroll new clients and generate life-changing revenue did I get results. My journey into the online space started around 2017. My girlfriend at the time introduced me to the online space. Actually, I can't remember which program it was, but it was one that went away. Uh, but I was intrigued. Like, I found that there was an endless possibility. There were endless possibilities online, and so I was like, I have to get into this. So there was a lot of misinformation. As a matter of fact, the program that she was in ended up, getting in trouble because they didn't have good practices. I found that there was a lot of misinformation. And so what I did is I went on a hunt for the right information. Once I found the right information, my passion was born. I wanted to serve and get that information into the hands of coaches, entrepreneurs and other experts that could really put that to use and begin to build their business. And I've been able to serve over 100 coaches, service providers, and experts since that time. So listen, this works. It works if you put it into practice. Before we dive in, though, do you have your ticket for my upcoming 5 to 10 leads a day, 3-day challenge? If you do not, Drop challenge in the comments. We're going to go into this audience building thing a whole lot deeper, and we're going to talk about how you can begin generating 5 to 10 quality leads a day from your social media, from your profile. Imagine you're at a network. This is what I want you to do. I want you to imagine you're at a networking event and you meet someone who shares your interests and your values. You strike up a conversation, you exchange contact information, and then you continue that conversation over email. Let's say that happened to you. Imagine that. You can have that same power sending targeted friend requests because it's a great way to expand your audience. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about expanding your audience. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have an audience of 5,000 people that are like, it's definitely better to have a small audience of people that are targeted than to have a big number of people that are all mixed up. But if you had an audience of 5,000 people that all were an audience of targeted and that were all an audience that was an audience of buyers, then now you have an audience of people that have an affinity for your product, your service, and what you do. Now you have kind of like a gold mine right there. You have a business. Like without your audience, without your list, you really don't have a business. You have a program that's sitting on the shelf collecting dust. So this traffic, building this audience is number one. This is what we need. So let's look at 3 action steps that you can put into practice today to begin building an audience of your ideal prospects, your ideal prospect leads that are already searching for you and your services instead of you having to chase them down. Isn't that what we want? If that's what we want, that's right, Sharon. Sharon says traffic. I have Cora on here with me. That's awesome. I got Phoenicia on here with me. That is amazing. Outstanding. I'm so glad you all made it. So let's talk about it. Step number one is to identify your ideal connections. How can you go out and find your ideal connections if you don't know who they are? And let's just jump into it. Think about the type of people that you want to connect with and what you have in common. This will help you target your friend requests to individuals who are more likely to accept it and to engage with you. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to figure out who your ideal client is. Who is the person that you resonate with, and that has a big problem that you are uniquely qualified to solve? There's no need in having a bunch of people on your friends list or on your list that don't have a problem that you solve. Like you two are not, have no kind of way. There is no way for you to serve them because they don't need what you do. So you have to be able to find people that are already have a need for the thing that you do, the service that you provide. That's number one. Second, research their interests so that you can gain a deeper understanding of who they are and engage with them with context. Engage with them with context. That is the way you approach people online, because if you don't, you run into the crock brain or a brick wall, so to speak. You have to engage them with context. You have to let them know that you are on their level. You understand what they're going through. You are, you are like-minded. So that's why you want to go and kind of do a little research. You want to go and kind of see what they like, see what they don't like, so that you don't go and start talking to them about something that they have no interest in. All right. Third, once you have a deeper understanding of their interests, you will know exactly where they congregate, where they hang out. Once you know what they like, now you know how to go and find them. And so that's what we're going to talk about next week. We are going to talk about next Thursday. We're going to talk about how to find them in how to find Facebook groups where your ideal clients are hanging out at. So you definitely want to be there next week. So set your notifications to kind of follow me and follow these live trainings. Next, you want to craft a personalized message. Don't send generic messages to your new friends. Take the time to read their profile and find common interests or values. Use that information to craft a personalized message that explains why you want to connect. Here we go back to that word context. When you begin a conversation with people, you have to begin that conversation with context. Read and love. So the first thing you want to do is read and love on a few pieces of their content. You want to send them that friend request. And then you want to send them an initial greeting explaining why you are reaching out to them in a non-spammy, non-threatening way. When you first engage with somebody, if they become a new friend, when they become your friend, you send them that message, letting them know you're pretty much saying, welcome to my neighborhood. That's all you're saying. Hey, Susie, welcome to my neighborhood. How are you today? That's all you're doing in a non-threatening way, because the way things are going online right now, on social media right now, is people are getting spammed, they're getting bombarded, and they don't want you talking to them. They're afraid. So they're stuck in their situation. They need help, but they can't get the help because they can't get past the fear of you coming in their inbox talking to them. They can't get past the fear of interacting with another human being. So what do? They sit back and they wait and they suffer and they wait. That's no good. If a person is on your friends list, there is nothing wrong with you going over and saying, hi, how are you? How's your day going? That's pretty much that. Like, that's all it takes. It's a no-brainer. All right. So step number 3, build meaningful relationships. Build meaningful relationships. Once someone accepts your friend request, engage with them, comment on their posts, share your own interests, offer value in your interactions. If you're proactive, these connections will lead to new collaborations and opportunities. How many people have you connected with today? How many people? Listen, I was always told that conversation ruled a nation. How many people have you connected with today? How many people, how many relationships have you gone to cultivate today? Relationship building is what we do. Relationship building is key. So your new friend is likely getting bombarded with spam daily. So you want to be a breath of fresh air, not a foul wind. You don't want to be a foul wind. You want to be a breath of fresh air. All right. So next, take that common ground that you uncovered earlier and continue with a meaningful conversation. All right. The last thing you want to do is you want to have these conversations in Messenger. This will ensure that Facebook shows them your content. Now Facebook is going to show them your content. And let me tell you something. Content by itself is not good enough. I don't care what anybody says. There is all kinds of content. You can Google content. AI gives you content. YouTube has content. Facebook full of content. The one thing that you're missing, though, is context. Content without context is no good. And how do you provide the context? You provide the context. Your conversations, your interactions, your engagement, that's where your context comes in. So not only do you need content, you also need context. That's that double whammy. That's that thing. That's where your power is. Your power is that there is nobody else like you. Your power is that there is something locked on the inside of you that we need. And if you sit back and be quiet and don't interact and don't come and introduce yourself, then you are essentially robbing people of the blessing that you have on the inside. All right. If that makes sense, drop me a makes sense in the comment. That makes sense. Drop me a makes sense in the comment. Let me see who I got on here with. All right. I got Mayo on here with. All right. Yes. Collecting dust. That's right. That's right, Cora. All right. So listen, I am so glad that you all were here with me today. This is what we learned today. Expanding your audience with targeted friend requests requires identifying your ideal connections, crafting personalized messages, and building meaningful relationships. That's what we did. That's what we went over today. By following these tips, you can build a network of prospective leads who are ideal for your signature programs and collaborations. Remember, I said that no man or woman is an island. We are here together and we need each other. So don't look down on and frown on collaborations. If we don't engage, we never know how another person can be a blessing. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox. All right. Listen, here are just a few of the people that have put these things into place and gotten great results. Just a few. Before we go, if you don't have your ticket to the upcoming 5 to 10 leads a day 3-day challenge, you want to drop challenge in the comments, and I'm going to reach out to you. Drop that in the comments. We're going to talk about audience building. We're going to talk about bringing in targeted leads daily. That is what we are. That is the objective of this live challenge. I want to see you there. June 5th through 9th. I want to see you there. All right. Next Thursday at 11 a.m. EST, we'll talk about how to find targeted Facebook groups where your ideal clients are hanging out at. That's what we're going to talk about next week. I want to see you there. I want to see you there. Let me stop sharing. So let me see.